the person that is said to have taken my son's life, unfortunately, his life was taken 10 days later after my son's. And we don't know the details of that. I'm not sure what happened. They do say that the young people involved in my son's murder were gang affiliated, although my son was not in a gang. And the young person that provided the gun that took my son's life received 6 to 8 years in prison. He pleaded. And, you know, some people even had comments about that, you know, you must be happy that, you know, they caught the person that provided the gun and that the young man is killed. And I said, happy? We're not happy. We're heavy. We feel heavy because now there are 3 families, actually. There was another young man who was in the car with the young man that pulled the trigger. And he now is in a wheelchair and is paralyzed. And so there's 3 families who are suffering this pain of this vicious cycle of violence. And so forgiveness, my husband and I are ministers. We teach and preach this. And I knew, let me speak personally, that I taught forgiveness to my son before his life was taken. We taught that to our children. And I had to be one with the thing that I believed in, redemption, the story, redemption. And so the young man that is in prison, I have not yet had an opportunity to have that restorative justice offender dialogue, but it is certainly on my agenda to do. And I embrace that. I understand that that is necessary. It is necessary for us to offer, and this is the other side of that. Someone asked that question, do you forgive? Yes, forgiveness, but accountability as well. There's forgiveness, but there has to be accountability. I, forgive that person, but I also understood that they had to be held accountable for the wrong that they did. However, my concern for the young man that is in prison and is going to do time is what's happening for him while he's in that prison. Where's the rehabilitation? He's going to come back into our community. So what's going to happen so that he's able to transition back into our community in a more positive and productive way? And I realize that I have to be a part of this young man's transition back into our community so that we have to be a part of that so that he can be a productive citizen when he comes back. And that scenario is not just for him, but is for many like him.